says HR payroll, yours may say community, it may say self-service portal, whatever it might be in, is how you're going to click through here, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. It's kind of hidden towards the bottom, and you're going to click on Employee Navigator. Now, the first screen that you see, I've already been through that step. It's basically just you're acknowledging that there's documents in there. It's 2 clicks. You click that, you agree that you've seen the documents, click finish on that screen, and it's going to pull you over to here. So this right here is where it says open enrollment. And until yours says complete, you do have tasks to do. Again, you have until next Friday, end of day, September 15th. So you will click right here to click start, and it will walk you through the open enrollment widgets. It takes you through all of the steps. It lets you make your elections. You can get in, you can save your work, you can get back out, you can come back later, you can go in multiple times, you can review the benefit guides that were sent out. You have time, you have until next Friday. But it is very important to know that every employee has to do this. If you're not taking benefits, if you have benefits elsewhere, if you're not interested in what we have to offer, absolutely no problem, but you do have to log in to deny them. It is a step that everybody has to take. So again, in Paylocity, you click, oops, let me go up here. You click on the button here, scroll all the way to the bottom where it says Employee Navigator. Once you're in there, you want to go ahead and click Start. So now at 11 o'clock for Michigan and 1 o'clock for Florida, Ohio, and USVI, we will have members of Hub, which is our insurance broker, along with Blue Cross Blue Shield. They'll be able to walk you through the process. They'll be able to walk you through the benefit packages that are being offered, and they'll be available to answer any questions that you have. We haven't had an open enrollment meeting in the last few years. Lots of different reasons, COVID being the first one. So we're very excited to actually bring in the support people that can help you make the decisions that are best for you and for your families. Also, Employee Navigator. Right here, you'll see Michelle for Michigan. Oh, we have to get that updated, Michelle and Becky, if you're on the call. So for Michigan and HQ, Michelle is here. For Florida, USVI, and Ohio, Becky is here. If you don't know who to call, you can call either. You can call me. We'll get you the answers that you need. But I do like to point that out, right? Employee Navigator is the contact information for our amazing HR managers who are both on the call right now. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box or go ahead and unmute and let us know what we can do to help. We also have this guide here. It looks a little bit different than what we are seeing in Employee Navigator today, but this is a helpful guide that kind of walks you through a little bit about how to go ahead and enroll in your benefits. Now, this would be for a new hire, but the steps are all the same for open enrollment. So we'll be sure to get that information out as well. But the good news is with our open enrollment meetings today, you'll be able to ask questions to, like I said, our Hub representatives and our Blue Cross Blue Shield representatives. So Becky or Michelle, is there anything you guys want to add?
Just one thing. In the benefits booklet, you'll notice that I think it is on the second page that has information on it. We'll have our Hub contacts, which would be Kathy Schultz and Carl, and you can reach out to them directly to ask about plans, talk about your personal medical things that are going on with you to see what plan might best suit you. And you can do that anytime during open enrollment.
Great. And Sharon, thanks for the question. The deadline is next Friday. It's open basically today. We do highly encourage you sit through your open enrollment meeting first. Again, Michigan's at 11, Ohio, Florida, USVI at 1. But you are able to actually log in there today and see that. So you can start as early as today, but we do highly recommend you sit through the open enrollment meetings first. But then you have all weekend, which is nice, and then all of next week to get these elections done. To Michelle's point, not only can you call Becky and Michelle for questions, but we can go right to the source, right to Kathy at Hub. And I'm trying to find that guide right here so I can show you where to find that contact information. But the good thing about the open enrollment meetings is you'll actually be able to, I know it's virtual, but you'll be able to meet them and see their faces so that you're comfortable when it comes time to asking questions that you need to ask. 1 second, hopefully I can get those up here.
For Mercedes' question, she asked about qualifying events. Do you need to contact HR? You do not. You would do that right in Employee Navigator. And you just walk through it. You just say, I have a qualifying event. You pull it up and we'll get a notification that you have that. We would have to approve it. We would need documentation for that qualifying event. So birth certificate, if it's a baby, if it's a marriage, we would need the marriage certificate. So.
Great.
One little update from that I got from Chrissy yesterday with Hub is if you are part-time and you do not qualify for our benefits, you do not have to go in and do anything. So we weren't sure if they still had to fill out the legal notices, but Chrissy confirmed late yesterday that part-time people do not need to do anything, but all full-time employees who are eligible for benefits must accept or reject.
Thank you for clarifying that. And yes, you will be getting phone calls if you need to elect and haven't by next, probably Thursday is when we'll start letting people know. But to Michelle's point right here, this is the Michigan version, but all versions look the same. When you scroll right here, you'll see Kathy and Carl's information. So no questions, a silly question. If you have any, reach out to them. We want to make sure that you're feeling good about the benefits that you're electing for. The question was, will the AFLAC reps be contacting the staff directly? Becky or Michelle?
No, I don't believe they contact anyone directly. I think that we have all the information about the AFLAC policies. They were supposed to be a link through Employee Navigator. I'm not positive that was accomplished.
It's not set up yet.
Okay, but that is part of the plan, is that you'll be able to elect your AFLAC policies directly through Employee Navigator as well. The difference with AFLAC and everything else is if what you have with AFLAC is great, keep it. You don't have to do anything. It's an automatic renewal. I don't know,
For
Michelle,
AFLAC, just to update that, Lisa did ask for a contact list for managers. She will be reaching out to managers to try to meet with the agents to set that up. And she could talk with staff as well at that time. So.
And Louise, we do have an AFLAC rep here in Florida who will be attending various meetings in the state over the next month. So I'll let you know which meetings so you can get in on that.
Yeah, so that first step to Michelle's question, I had already done it, so you didn't see it on my screen. You basically click view documents, and then when you close that screen, when you go back, there's a checkbox. You check the box. You're basically just saying, yes, I know that there's documents in there. That's all you're doing. Check the box, click finish, and then it'll take you to the screen that you see on my setup. But there is a screen prior to this, but because I logged in to make sure it was working, I already had to go through that step. But there's a link. It basically says something like view documents. Go ahead and do that. Then you just check the box to confirm that you saw the documents, clicked finish, and then this screen will come up. So if you're having any problems with that, don't hesitate to reach out, but that's probably the step that is tripping you up. I can't read this question, one second. So Anne, you'll want to go in. If you had anything currently, you'll want to go in and just check on all of that. So it's not going to hurt if you are part-time to log in. So go ahead and log in to take care of that. Oh, great. What other questions? Keep in mind, this is just kind of a preference. We wanted to show you Employee Navigator, kind of explain the benefit guides, make sure that you attend at 11 if you're in Michigan, Ohio, Florida, USVI at 1. Keep in mind, I know people are on vacation, people get other meetings, people get phone calls. So those recordings will go out after the fact. And then in our guide, you'll have the contact information for our contacts there. You have a week and a day to make these declarations. So we'll have lots of times to answer all your questions as they come up. I don't see any further questions, but we can give it just a moment here. Becky, Michelle, any last words?
No, I don't think so.
Great. All right, wonderful. Well, like I said, if you don't have that benefits guide or you can't find the link for your open enrollment session, don't hesitate to reach out. But I appreciate your time this morning, and I'll see Michigan at 11, and I'll see you Ohio, USVI, and Florida at 1. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time today.
Bye.